toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Bengals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just talking.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 2nd and 9, Lance. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here we go, here we go.
first down carry for Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Lance. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Algier, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Richie Grant. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Able to avoid him. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right?
Here we go.
2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Algier will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you know.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready. Go, 38.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Caught on the right side by Jones. He's got the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to use check. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
On 1, ready?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Gotta go.
Now Burrow. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Thomas. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now Burrow on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
6-yard pickup.
On second down, it's Taylor. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second, here's Algier. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Lance. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That's just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. In motion, the tight end. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 27 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles to about the 40-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. Steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lance got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones, and he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. On first and 10, it's Algier. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Let's go, let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Barkley inside handoff. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
11 mighty.
Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
I'm one, ready? 12. 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Algier going straight ahead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Straight ahead, Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bengals take over first and 10.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now they go play action now. Burrow. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
Here we go. 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Down inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Burrow will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Come, hey. 52 blaster.
Patterson hits right up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. John Franklin Myers drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
11. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This a big play from both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Lance, he'll buy some time right. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Algier now up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a give to Patterson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Lance looking to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. A handoff for Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the give, it's Algier. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow on play action. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep